Hawaiian Senator Blasey thought Hirono, speaking in reference to the sexual assault allegation ambush against Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh, said men should just step up and shut up, further admonishing us all to believe any woman who makes a claim of sexual assault against any man. In her brief tirade against all the men of the world, which she delivered with the brio of an irate librarian, Hirono points out with trademark feminist ignorance that it is just men perpetuating sexual assaults. Evidently, she didn't get the memo on Me Too figurehead / sexual predator Asia Argento or the epidemic of female school teachers who groom and abuse their young male charges. But alas, that is a talk for another day. And of course, I don't want to waste your time with windy speculation on Kavanaugh's innocence, on the transparent political motivation behind the accusations against him, or on the stink of mendacity wafting up from the likes of rape liar Christine Blasey Ford. The fact that rape liar Christine Blasey Ford has zero credibility was established the moment that Dianne Feinstein tossed the accusation into the gears like a wrench to delay Kavanaugh's confirmation till after the midterm elections, when the Dems hoped to have the votes to deny him the appointment more officially. If you can't see that, you were probably lobotomized at birth. Check with your mom. The teachable moment in all this, the one that appeals to my red pill sensibilities, is the absolute spinelessness being displayed not by Kavanaugh's detractors, but by his so-called defenders. Prominent from all these hombres sin cojones is the new dance in Washington, D.C. It's called the Me Too Shuffle. One feminized conservative after another is going on and on about how you have to treat rape liar Christine Blasey Ford like a kitten that someone tried to drown, how you have to coddle her hunky-dory ass, bring her warm milk and cookies and build her a safe space with your bare hands, one so roomy that it would make any West Coast university jealous. Don't want to come to big bad Washington, D.C.? Don't worry, princess, says Republican Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley. We'll fly the whole fucking government anywhere in the world you want to meet. We'll cast some puppy videos from YouTube to the big screen and try not to ask you any hard questions. Sean Hannity, about the best defender of Kavanaugh out there, reminds his audience roughly every 5 minutes how rape liar Christina Blasey Ford needs to be heard. How she has to be given every opportunity to feel warm and fuzzy while she persecutes and destroys an innocent man. Meanwhile, rape liar Christina Blasey Ford's leftist activist attorney plays let's torch due process a little more with one offer for testimony after another that only someone at gunpoint would accept. And make no mistake, you do the Me Too shuffle because you know that gun is pointed right at your career. Her latest non-offer is one in which Kavanaugh is supposed to go first in testimony so that he can try to defend himself before he hears the accusation. Kavanaugh's a brilliant legal mind, but I still don't see how he pulls that one off. Oh well, never mind that. A woman claims to have been wronged. We're supposed to shut up and listen, or step up and shut up, or some other stupid shit. Anything but think and ask questions. What we have here is an unending stream of Democrats screaming for fake justice, hating on men and itching to tar and feather an innocent man, and a herd of mousy Republicans dancing like court jesters, hoping to get Kavanaugh approved without getting into trouble with the women. And that makes a particularly ironic joke of this whole affair. In a world where men supposedly have all the power, where women are put upon little snowflakes who can't look you in the eye and tell you their side of the story, we're sure getting a strange picture here. The leftist men are playing Mighty Mouse, chests puffed out like they were full of silicone, parroting whatever leftist women want them to say, And conservative men look even more comical, stepping on each other's dicks as well as their own, doing the Me Too shuffle. That's what mindless gynocentrism does to any institution it infects. It turns a bunch of weasels into a bunch of baboons. But it works for the female gatekeepers of this particular menagerie. New York Senator and 2020 presidential hopeful Kirsten Gillibrand has been out there shrieking at any camera brave enough to get close to her that we need special rules for women to make claims about sexual assault. Rules that don't involve evidence or due process, because, as she says, it often comes down to he said, she said, and when that happens, people always believe the men. And of course, that's what happens all the time. From the Scottsboro boys to Duke Lacrosse, Hofstra, Tawana Brawley, rape liar Jackie Coakley of the UVA Rolling Stone rape hoax, destroyed politician Dominique Strauss-Kahn. All these stories and hundreds more are punctuated by men paying ruinous prices for things they absolutely did not do, because in he said, she said cases, people believe the man. Tell that to all the blacks who got lynched in the South because a white girl raised a crooked finger. Oh, wait, they're dead. Never mind. But hey, you can still ask Clarence Thomas. He's the last guy they tried to keep out of the Supreme Court with trumped-up accusations tossed in at the last minute by a woman of questionable motivation and even more questionable credibility. That was 18 years ago, and Thomas got in by the skin of his treacherously male teeth. And it may be that Kavanaugh beats back the attempts to ambush him. After all, his accuser wants to ruin him without having to dirty her hands or perjure herself at a hearing. Rape liar Christine Blasey Ford's behavior tells me she expects to get slaughtered at a fair hearing. Even with Team Kavanaugh acting like whipped puppies. I guess not remembering when or where she was sexually assaulted takes a little wind out of her bullshit sails. Even with all the stink from her flatulent story, if Kavanaugh makes it in now, it'll be because his accuser is weak, not because his defenders are strong. They've got just enough fire in them to do the Me Too shuffle.